We've spent time with the new Kindle Paperwhite running early build software, which is why this is a hands-on review. Amazon's most popular e-reader, the Kindle Paperwhite, has evolved yet again with the 2015 version offering an improved 300 ppi display, a new Bookerly font and a new typesetting engine, designed to improve character spacing, typography and page layouts for a more pleasant reading experience. The Pixel Boost puts its resolution on a par with the Kindle Voyage, which is still the flagship Kindle despite not having been updated yet this year. But with a starting price of £109.99, $119 the Kindle Paperwhite, 2015, is far more affordable than the extravagant £169.99, $199 Voyage. The Kindle Paperwhite, 2015, might not have a new name, but it does have some new features and improvements that are worth highlighting. In fact, in theory it's quite a big improvement over the previous model. Crystal clear screen. Probably the biggest improvement in the new Kindle Paperwhite, and the biggest reason to consider upgrading to it if you already have an earlier model, is its 300 ppi screen. That's up from 212 ppi on the previous model, and it makes a big difference. Text is sharper, making it less of a strain to read, which if you tend to spend hours getting engulfed in a good book is a very important factor. It also means it's more comfortable to read tiny fonts if your eyes are up to it, making it feasible to fit more words on each page. Amazon even goes so far as to call it print quality, which I can just about believe. Pixels are almost imperceptible, and with the built-in light the reading experience is if anything superior to reading off a printed page, particularly when the lighting is otherwise suboptimal. Bookerly font. Amazon has created its own typeface, called Bookerly, and it's making its e-reader debut on the new Kindle Paperwhite, though it's not an entirely new thing as it's already available on Amazon's Fire tablets. It's been inspired by existing typefaces, particularly Palatino and Cecilia, but it's designed for use on digital screens, with the aim of helping users read faster with less eye strain at any type size. It's not a reason to buy the new Paperwhite over any other Kindle, as they'll likely get the Bookerly font in a software update anyway, and the difference it makes is marginal and in part surely comes down to personal taste. But it's a nice font, I like it and I plan to stick with it. Top-notch typesetting. Amazon has also outfitted the Kindle Paperwhite, 2015, with a new typesetting engine, and this changes things in ways which are both subtle and significant. The sharp screen and useful built-in light of the Kindle Voyage, and to some extent previous generations of the Kindle Paperwhite, in many ways replicate and even improve on the experience of reading a printed book, but typography has always been a weak link. The new typesetting engine aims to fix all that, as well as making larger font sizes more readable with reduced white space and no more broken sentences. It also adds drop caps where applicable, which previously were often absent from ebooks. It's a huge step towards fixing one of the biggest problems Kindles still have, and while it currently only works on a subset of Kindle books, that subset numbers at over 500,000 with more added all the time. The new Kindle Paperwhite doesn't really look any different to the old Kindle Paperwhite, which is to say it's not much of a looker at all, with a plain black plastic shell, broken up only by Kindle branding below the screen on the front, Amazon branding on the back, and a micro USB port and power button on the bottom edge. The bezels are fairly sizable, but that's no bad thing here, as it gives you somewhere to rest your hands without obscuring the screen, or worse, accidentally turning the page. It's a plain design, but it feels solid and well built. At 169 x 117 x 9.1 mm it is, as Amazon loves to remind you, smaller than a paperback, while the Wi-Fi plus 3G model that I tried came in at a surprisingly weighty 217 grams. I say surprising because it's heavier than it looks, not because it's in any danger of actually weighing you down, and if you opt for the Wi-Fi version it's a slightly daintier 205 grams. It's certainly small and light enough to hold comfortably with one hand. Like other Kindles, there's no micro SD card slot, but there is enough storage built in for thousands of books, and if you have more than that there's also cloud storage for any books purchased from Amazon. Its 300 ppi display really is a step up, and it makes e-reading a more pleasant experience than ever, and of course the built-in light has made a return too, ensuring you can comfortably read even in dark environments. The act of reading is much the same as ever. A tap on the center or right of the screen will turn to the next page, which it does quite speedily, while a tap to the far left edge will turn it back one, and a tap on the bottom left corner will let you switch between viewing the estimated time left in the book, or in the chapter, or the page or location you're on. Finally, a tap near the top will bring down a menu bar which lets you customize the reading experience. This allows you to quickly change the brightness, search for something in the book, jump to a specific chapter, or change the font, text size, margins, and line spacing. You'll find the new Bookerly font here, though the Kindle Paperwhite, 2015, defaults to it anyway. I talked about this in the key features section, but in short it's a good font. It looks attractive, doesn't seem out of place in a book, and importantly it's easy to read. The Kindle store is packed full of content, with millions of books available, though actually navigating it is easier from a computer than the Kindle Paperwhite, 2015, itself, with its grayscale display and slightly slow to respond touchscreen. The good news is that you can easily send a book straight to your Kindle when shopping on another device, though. Still, if you do want to shop on the Kindle itself, that's an option, and if you go for the 3G version you don't even need a Wi-Fi network. Battery life. Having had the Kindle Paperwhite for just a few days during my hands-on time, it's not easy to give the battery an accurate appraisal just yet, especially given that this is a device which can supposedly last for weeks on a single charge. However, that's an estimate which seems to assume you don't read for long each day and don't leave data connections on. That said, it certainly doesn't seem lacking in life. After almost 3 days it went from a full charge to a half-full indicator. Sadly it doesn't get more precise than that. I'm a big fan of the previous Kindle Paperwhite, so there was never much doubt that I'd like this one, since it's essentially the same thing again, but with a better screen and some software improvements. Early verdict. While the new typesetting engine and Bookerly font are great additions to the Kindle Paperwhite, they're going to be added to the Kindle Voyage, basic Kindle and previous generation Kindle Paperwhite too, so they're not really reasons to choose this over any other Kindle or to upgrade to this. That leaves the improved 300 ppi screen as the main upgrade, and it really is a big one, making text and images sharper than ever. If you read a lot, then there's every chance you'll spend more time looking at the screen than even your phone, so it's important that it's sharp and clear. The upgrade also puts it on a par with the sharpness of the Kindle Voyage, giving buyers one reason fewer to opt for that while retaining the previous Paperwhite's starting price of £109.99, $119 US. In short, it seems to be the best Kindle Paperwhite yet, and quite possibly the best value e-reader on the market.